should do it now. We're in it, you guys. We're in it. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome. My name's Fola. And I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about why it is you may not be feeling like you have clarity and offer you a different perspective. Maybe we'll pull some cards too. We'll see kind of what the universe is guiding us here for today. But I was just, I've been contemplating this morning in the past little bit about why before I had this level of clarity in my life, the sense of like purpose or vision might be the better word. Hi, Golden Lily. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, nice to see you both. And there was this realization that for some people, you may witness folks online, you may see people around in your universe, in your reality, that they have such a clear definition of who they are. You can witness them having a clear definition of what they're providing or sharing with the world, how they want to show up. Hi, Delilah. Nice to see you. Abundant peace. Yeah. And that's great. This is not to judge, point fingers, or say that one way of being is better than the other. But what I was realizing today and just sitting with these past few weeks is a sense of, for me personally, I don't feel like I have that same level of clarity, this vision that I used to hold. I did before, I would say, at least I thought I did, or I was able to hold on to it at some point. But what I think is actually happening now for many of you, if you're here, to me, it just means that you're on the same wavelength, is you are starting to tap into the true essence of who you be. And what this essence is a sense of energy and vibration. That is actually what you are. And what's energy? It's not something that can be fixated to a point, unless you so choose, I guess. But for many people, I actually do think that, or I don't even know many people, I would actually say it's maybe more a rare few, that's not your calling. And again, this isn't to say it's right or wrong, good or bad, or however, place these labels or these judgments on it. It's just having a bit of compassion for yourself, that if you are feeling like you're not really sure what it is you're doing, how you're showing up or supposed to show up, perhaps it's because you are actually connecting to this part of yourself that is just meant to be, meant to exist, to follow the waves of what those energy particles inside of you are being called towards or pulled towards, and to not beat yourself up primarily is the main, oh, how come I haven't done this, or I'm not having this clarity or accomplishing these things. Now, this isn't to say that, self-sabotaging behaviors or procrastination, whether it's tied to, neurodivergent ways of being or your history, traumatic experiences, your just learned behaviors. Oftentimes there's things that we don't do because we want to sabotage ourselves, or we don't think we're good enough, or whatever the case might be. Fear of failure, fear of success, etc. But I do think that this is a time for us to recognize when we're doing those things and to just be brutally honest with yourself. And a way that I'm finding that I know, it's oh, well, I know this isn't really procrastination, or I know I'm not fearful of X, Y, Z. It's because there's a sense of calm and peace. That's it. It just feels like this, beingness. I've been listening to a book by Eckhart Tolle. Hi, folks. Hi. I'm seeing a bunch of comments here. Rohit. Hello, Rohit. Do you know who is Shah Rukh Khan? I'm not sure. Maybe. Don't know who that is. Just for today, and today is every day. Relax. I like that. Delilah, great Reiki principle. Hi, Shrinuba Napali. And I am Afsal. Not sure what you need help with, but there's lots of links in the description if you need to do some one-on-one work. You can reach out to me. Anyways, um, so back to kind of what I was saying in this being in this place of presence. I've been reading this Eckhart Tolle book or audiobook, listening, and I really like what he was saying about this concept of the presence and present moment being not just this like, I'm here. It's like about the space. He talks about it being like the actual space. So the invitation here for this like expansiveness of who you be as a human, to for you to really tap into that today in this present moment, this like actual time space that we find ourselves in right at this moment. And any point you're feeling, again, like this rushness or this like story you're telling yourself of, oh, I don't feel like I have clarity. I'm not sure what to do. And I used to know what I was going to do. And I used to have vision and da, 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 da. It's like, what if you're just being called to just be? And who knows what the future looks like? Every possibility is available to you. Like, what if what you're experiencing, this calling to just be present, to witness yourself, and to just like respond to where the energy, what you're feeling is calling you to when it's like balance. Again, this isn't about fear response act, right? That's being reactive. Instead, it's about responding in like a sense of calmness and peace to what feels like good in this moment. Where am I being called to in this moment? And it could look like a wide range of things, right? But I really do feel like many of you watching this, if you've made it thus far, it's like you are being activated now for something greater. And it does not involve labels or involve fixated points or boxes in which you condemn yourself, is actually the word that I'm hearing, like condemn yourself to a life or eternity of trying to fixate the point of the energy that you be. So whatever that might be, you know. Rohit, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Canada. So we have a few cards, and maybe I'll pull some cards if anyone wants cards pulled. We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of just like wing it. Maybe the stories are kind of gonna like interweave with each other. But we have wisdom, this owl energy of, to me, the owl is a shadow energy. The owl to me is like that which is like not really ever seen. My daughter's friend's mom was sharing how they went to like an owl sanctuary. They got to hold owls, and it was such like a, when I was hearing, I'm like, oh, it's like so fantastical because you don't really ever get to like see owls. They're very elusive. Wisdom can kind of feel like that, I guess, maybe. Like wisdom in the Kabbalistic perspective is like the second sphere on the tree of life, in which the Father sits. And it's like it's the force energy. It's the place where energy comes from the first point above. It's kind of like, okay, the all-encompassing spirit gives the Father this masculine force energy, the actual source of light, or however you want to perceive it, which then from there something can come through. And this is sort of like what wisdom is. So, like, what wisdom are you holding or being given by spirit that wants to be directed? And you may perceive like that almost as elusive, like the owl. You might actually be like, oh, I don't really know if I have that or if that is me, but like you are that because you are everything. Okay. So, whatever visions you might be having, whatever insights might be showing up. I love how it's like showing like the sun peeking over the horizon. We just watched John Wick 4 the other day. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't want to like ruin it, but maybe I'll say spoiler. But like the kind of like end scene with the duel, and they're like standing out, on this beautiful terrace, and overlooking, I think it's like Paris, somewhere in France. it's just like so, I don't know, just something so like twilight magical. And then you can start to see the sun coming up. And it was like marking this new day, marking, him having to be at that particular spot at a particular time to do the things that are going on. And there's something about that like point of the sun or coming above the horizon or going beneath, but at the point of the break of the new dawn, there's something there that I feel can really be a guiding light. And because you most likely, if you're still here, like are an energy that's feeling the pull to not be fixated or labeled or placed inside a box, what I'm hearing and what I'm learning is you can't focus so much on like the focal point of the sun or the focal point of the thing that you think you should be envisioning. You need to like open up to the entire like landscape, the entire experience, the energy of what is showing up. I mean, you can kind of gaze at the sun at that point when it's at its like breaking point over the horizon, I think, at least with not hurting your eyes too much. But like if you just focus on that, then what good is it for the entire vision of that scene that's being painted pretty much for you by spirit? So wherever your visions are, what you are receiving when you get little glimpses of it, like don't get hyper attached to it. Allow yourself to feel more the energy of it and follow that energy. We had the moon card after that. So this to me is just a confirmation of that energy of the flow, energetic flow in the shamanic path, like the Toltec path. We look at like the medicine wheel, and in the northeast, kind of like the second last step before you get into the center again, kind of like jump off point back into the encompassing whole, is the concept of energy movement and the moon. So when we think of the moon, we think of like the deeper kind of like feelings and emotions and the flow in which the moon represents in our bodies and in the whole like ecosystem, solar system. There's something here that I feel like you're being called to really tap into. So I'm just kind of like feeling a call for us to just maybe do a little practice and just open our hemispheres, the brain, our crown, our third eye to whatever that energy is for you. And so if it's safe for you to do so, you can have your eyes closed. Maybe just tuning into your breath here for a moment as you come to a still point. Noticing your feet planted on the ground beneath you, your back, spine straight but comfortable. Rolling your shoulders up and back and down, just allowing them to drop with ease and relaxation. And allowing your breath now to move even deeper down into your belly. Noticing the rise and fall of the belly with each inhale and each exhale. We're going to just call to your guides, those ancestors and beings that walk in the light, those that wish to teach you, guide you, and intercede for you, whatever's going on. Whatever entities might be present that want to add or contribute to your receiving. We just call to those now to be present to that of the land. Feeling yourself being supported by whatever is showing up here. As you begin to become aware of a vortex of energy, kind of like starting at the crown of your head, down into like the pineal gland, pituitary gland, right into like the center of your brain. And as it vortexes and swirls, this energy in whatever form or color, texture that you're envisioning it, note the direction in which it's spinning, counterclockwise or clockwise, and allow it to continue to build momentum as it opens up wider and wider and up higher and higher, up past your crown and up into the sky above you. Letting it reach even further still, up to space beyond the atmosphere of this earth, up into the cosmos. Just recognizing or sensing the energy that is showing up here, whether it's through colors, images, words, sensations, feelings. Just continuing to breathe as you notice this vortex of energy opening up to receive all that the universe has to gift to you today. Whatever wisdom that may be, whatever visions, whatever energy flows. And if something is coming in and you sense a feeling of just wanting to push away from it or resist it, just putting those barriers down, those walls down, just recognizing, okay, that's showing up, that's fine, I'm safe. Because only that which comes for you is that which is for you. And so now you begin to see or sense energy pouring in through this vortex, entering into your crown and pooling into both hemispheres of your brain, pooling into those endocrine glands in the center of your brain. I'm seeing it personally as like starlight, stars kind of like coming into the center of this vortex, being fed from the cosmos, from that of the limitless light and beyond. Just allowing it to enter down into your entire body, feeding you. Continuing to breathe as you receive. Putting any walls of resistance down. This is a remembering of who you are, what you actually truly be. This is the clarity, this recognition of this energy within you. That's the most important part. This is divine consciousness. And now allowing all that energy that's been building up and being received to just spiral out through your heart space, out into the whole 360 degrees around you. Just feeding back out into the world, to the nature, the earth, and to those people that maybe are sitting around you if you're at work right now or riding on the bus, just letting that energy flow out to others, flow out to the entire human population, the animals, those entities, beings, spirits, and guides that want to support humanity's evolution. Be willing to let this energy move through you without discrimination. Dayashtarai. Now I leave this up to you if you wish to slightly turn down or turn off this vortex that's opening up from your crown into the cosmos, receiving this light, receiving this energy. Maybe you leave it open. Do what you feel called to, knowing that that energy is an infinite source, that you have access to it at any time that you wish. And maybe just asking yourself, what benefit can this bring to me and to others when I emit this energy from my heart as often as I feel called? And taking a deep breath in and letting it go. And just noticing whatever is showing up in your body. And whenever you're ready, you can open eyes, returning back to the space. Okay. So yes, remember who you are, remember what you are. May that be something you're willing to tap into each day. And questions. What is this? How do I show up as this? You know, how can I do this with more ease, more joy, more pleasure? And then whatever other questions you feel called. Yeah. Thank you, Golden Lily. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Thanks, everyone. I think that's it. Maybe you checked out today's Explore the Tarot Key card. The Hangman is out. A little bit of a shorter teaching on that one, but a very powerful guided practice after, where we tapped into the element of water, which is the Hangman energy of the tarot. I enjoyed filming that one twice because that's what had to happen. But yeah, those of you who are here regularly, I appreciate you. Those of you new, perhaps you decide to come back again. You hit subscribe if you so choose. And yeah, appreciate that, Delilah. A strong pulsating feeling. Yeah, it's like this, yeah, however you perceive energy, you know. You're welcome, Kaylee. Thanks for being here. Yeah, a long time. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.